Hello lovely dancers, my name is Aisha and welcome back to Belly Dance Tutorials. In today's class we're gonna go over some hip circles on one side hip only. Today we're gonna have some fun with hip circles on one side only, both vertical and horizontal. They are not hard to do, pretty easy to understand and to execute, but there are a few tricks that I want to show you today to make them bigger and better. So let me show it to you first. One-sided hip circle vertical. This is going to look like this. And horizontal. Of course, there are variations of this. We'll talk about some of them during this class, but let's go over the basic technique first. So this is on one side. Of course, the other hip will work as well, but people or our audience will not be able to see the other side. The circle that we're trying to describe on this side goes from back to front. I call it from back to front. But first it goes down a little bit, then back, then all the way up, then all the way forward as much as you can, then down again and come back to the original position. So again, down, back, up, forward, and down. Yeah? Pretty easy. Now, a few things to look for. To make the circle bigger, it's a good idea to bend the back leg. So this is my back leg, the standing leg. So the weight is on the back leg. The front leg is only for support. But if you play with a bend in the back leg, you add more oomph to the movement, you make it bigger. So this is a little trick that you can use. Maybe you cannot use it all the time. It depends how much time you have in your routine. But that's a way of enhancing the movement. So as you see, I'm bending the back leg. I'm going back. The back leg extends a little bit. Now the back leg almost straightens as I'm lifting my hip. Now I'm starting to bend my back leg again, and also here I'm twisting a little bit. Yeah, so this is another trick. Because of the anatomy, this will not be a perfect circle, and to make the forward movement bigger, you have to twist a little bit your hip, right? And now you place it down the best you can, and then my back knee also bends. Yeah. Let's try on the other side. So you can keep the arms out here, up here, so many arm positions here. I'm gonna keep it out for this exercise. So bend a little bit, down, back, up, forward with a little twist, and down, and come back to the original position. And then when you move it back and up, you can add a little bit of lower back stretching here. So you do a little bump up, yeah? So this also helps with making the movement a little bigger. The front leg, the support leg is only for support, so it's not a lot of weight in it, and you can keep it still. You don't have to move the foot around. But if you feel like you have to move a little bit the feet, you can just do that, no problem. All right, so let's try the arms up here, any palm position, and then you'll go down and back and up and forward and down. Let's try L shape. Yeah. Let's try a cute arm position here. This is more flirty. Yeah. The movement in front is not as big as the one in the back, of course, because the anatomy, but also it's determined by how much stretch you have in the hips area. The more flexible you are and the more stretch you have and flexibility you have in the up in the front hip, the farther you can go forward. And this is true for pretty much any body isolation. To improve the range of motion, you'll need to work a little bit on the stretch and flexibility of those joints, because this will help you add more range to the movement. All right, so as I said, the arms, they can be still. You don't have to move the arms, but if you want to move the arms, you can just raise them. Yeah? So both arms, or if you had one arm up, you can raise only one arm. Pretty easy. Now, the reverse direction from front to back is a little awkward, and it's not used as much, I don't think so. It's used more in the hips figure eight on one side. We'll go over that in another class. So for now, I just want to go over the reverse movement from front to back just a little bit, but I will not spend too much time on that. So the original movement was from back to front, but you can actually move the hip from front to back in a reverse circle. And it's the same idea. You lower the hip first, push it forward, lift it, move it back, and lower here. Yeah? So from front to back, front to back. And you can use a little arm movement if you want. I think this is a little awkward and it's not used as much, so I'll just stop here with that one. Now, so this was the vertical circle on one hip. Let's try a little bit the horizontal circle on one hip, because these are really quick movements and this is a quick class. For the horizontal circle, this will be a front to back, a front to back, yeah? So now be careful of how you keep your legs. They should be kind of close together in a T shape. So don't have your feet here or here. Yeah, so they are in about the same line with a little space between them. And then, so make sure that you have the turnout in the legs, okay? I care about that. So you push it forward, then out to the audience, then back, then you bring it back to where it came from, all right? So this is a simple horizontal hip circle on one side, and you can travel with that. This is actually used a lot for traveling. Yeah, I'm going forward. And to make it a little bit more fun, you can turn around with this movement. So you can do one circle, and on the other one, I'm gonna turn around to the other side. And I can continue with a vertical circle on the other side for variation. All right, so let's try all of this on music, and then we'll move on. Let's try on this side. You can just mirror me, it doesn't matter on which side you start. I'm gonna have L-shaped arms. So be careful with the back knee, yeah? Add a little bounce here. You don't have to, you can just keep it straight or a little bit bent. But for more oomph, add a little bounce. So we're gonna go down, back, up, and forward, and down. So when I'm going forward, I'm twisting a little bit. It's not mandatory, but just to add a little bit more range. So, again, let's try arms here. let's try arms moving up and down. Up. Let's try one arm. Again, one arm. Other side. So, down, back, up, forward, and down, back, up, forward. Try other arm position. All right. Now let's try the horizontal hip circle on this side. And forward, out, back, come back. Forward, out, back to the original point. On this one, I do a weight transfer to the front leg. So start with the back leg, but as you move around, your weight changes to the front leg, and then you bring it back to the back leg. I'm gonna go here a little bit because I want to advance. And around, continue with a hip circle. Let's try on the other side. So, horizontal, right? Front, out, back, front, out, back. Advancing. Around. Hip circle, vertical. Alright, dancers. I hope you enjoyed this short and sweet class on hip circles on one side. There are other variations that maybe I'll go over in another class, but I just wanted to give you these quick tips on how to use the back leg to make the movement bigger, and how to use a little bit of a hip twist to also make the forward movement a little bigger. So it's not a perfect isolation, but we are more concerned with the final result and how we are going to present this movement to the audience for maximum impact. So I hope you liked my video. If you liked it, just give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also check out my Instagram account, Aisha_dancer. Keep practicing. Hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for watching my video, and don't forget to shimmy. Bye bye.